Well, great meeting, guys. Our next book will be Herman Melville's Moby-Dick. Please read the first 80 chapters, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Good job, everybody.
One eternity later.
Oh, that took a bit longer than expected. What are everyone's thoughts? Wait, what happened to Black Sock?
Around chapter 32, he said it was a damp and drizzly November in his soul, and he jumped off a cliff. Yup, Melville got to him. Yeah, that was a tough read.
Yeah, it seemed like Melville was writing in a different language.
I shall ere long paint you as well as one can without canvas, something like the true form of the whale as he actually appears to the eye of the whalesman, when in his absolute body the whale is moored alongside the whaleship so that he can be fairly stepped upon there.
I'm going to tediously explain to you what whales look like.
As morning mowers, who side by side slowly and seethingly advance their scythes through the long wet grass of marshy meads, even so these monsters swam, making a strange grassy cutting sound, and leaving behind them endless swaths of blue upon the yellow sea.
The whales ate the Brit. Well, did you guys notice any themes or motifs throughout the book?
Whales?
Anyone else?
How about the whiteness of the whale?
Yeah, let's, yeah. Oh, how the whale was white! It was as though the great Leviathan swam in an ocean of bleach.
My cousin was bleached last week.
I find it strange that Queequeg's appearance makes him lose people's respect even though he deserves it, while Ahab's appearance gets him the respect of his crew even though he is obsessive and unstable. So yeah, we learned that he wasn't just a savage. Ishmael felt the same thing when Queequeg scared the crap out of him. What are you doing? Shh, 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 shh. No speaky. But then he realized that Queequeg was more than a savage. He was a lover. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Oh, never before have I had a more peaceful sleep. So let's discuss the 3 mates on the ship. There's Starbuck, the first mate, Stubb, the second mate, and Flask, who does really nothing, but he's technically the 3rd mate, I guess.
Not sure why he's in there.
Moving on. What do you have there?
It's a rhyming dictionary. You got a rhyming dictionary. Can you tell me what rhymes with pub? Hey, look at that! Stubb rhymes with pub. Speaking of Stubb... Stubb, there she blows. The whale, we must give chase. Throw the mighty harpoon, Tash to go. Huh! Oh no! Pip is tangled in the line. We must keep chase. Focus on the whale, leave him behind. But sir, the line squeezes the life out of him. Blast! Fine. Save the lad. Cut the line.
Yeah, Stubb reminds me of Ahab. He is fixed on his goal and has very little regard for his own safety and the safety of his crew.
Well, that's why he's the 2nd mate.
Not like Starbuck.
Starbuck is the only character I really liked. He was the only one in the boat with any sense.
But seriously, Starbuck is the most superstitious and cautious one on the ship, but also, he's the most responsible.
Faith also seems to be a major theme in the novel. The crew has complete faith in Ahab, and the sailors in New Bedford had faith in God through Father Mapple. Queequeg also has his own style of faith in his idol Yojo. And Starbuck has his superstitions. It seems everyone needed to believe in something when their fate was out of their control because of their occupation. Yeah, I noticed that too. The faith is gained and exploited in different ways. Ahab, for example, earned the faith of his crew because, as we said earlier, his appearance earns it for him. And his bloodlust inspires the crew too. Gabriel stole his respect from his crew by exploiting their superstitions, and Queequeg gained respect by the most honorable means. He proved himself by hitting that piece of tar with his harpoon in Chapter 18, and by rescuing the man who was insulting him in Chapter 13.
Wait, you guys actually read the book? Excellent! Now, does anyone have a favorite part in the novel? Earl, you've been quiet so far. How about you give it a go?
Moby-Dick is about a guy who sails out to hunt whales. His boat isn't big enough, and the whale attacks him. Most of the crew's eaten. In the end, he sticks a scuba tank in Moby-Dick's mouth and shoots it. And the whale explodes, and Ahab loses his leg.
Yes, exactly. I love your interpretation so far. The scuba tank contains oxygen, which gives life to the crew, but at the same time, when that life-giving force bursts forth without restraint, it holds the immense power to kill. This resonates clearly with me because the oxygen tank that is Ahab fuels the crew forward passionately, but it also threatens the crew with their own destruction. If the raw power of the obsession is released as violently as an exploding oxygen tank.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for.
Does everyone else agree?
Yeah, that's what it seems to me, yeah. After Earl revealed his, extensive knowledge of the book, I really think we need a quick recap of what's happened so far.
Call me Ishmael. I really want to go out to sea, so I traveled to New Bedford. I stayed in an inn with a scary cannibal named Queequeg. We became friends. We listened to a sermon at the chapel. Then we went on a ship called the Pequod. The ship left on Christmas, and the whaling begins after 193 pages. In the meantime, we meet Ahab, the captain who lost a leg to a big white whale, Starbuck, the superstitious first mate, Stubb, the arrogant second mate, and Flask, the rarely mentioned third mate. Ishmael informs us that the whales are really big and organizes them for us. Ahab rallies the crew to find that white whale! He offers a reward to anyone who spots the beast. Out of nowhere, Moby-Dick the play. The Pequod passes the ship. Ahab yells, "Have you seen the white whale?" Monstrous pictures of whales. Less erroneous pictures of whales, etc., etc. Right whale, squid, rope, we kill a whale. Huzzahs all around. Stubbs eats his kill. The crew kills a bunch of sharks. Pequod meets a crew led by Fake Angel. The right whale is killed to balance the ship. More rope, sperm whale head, right whale head. We scoop the whale's head, and we're halfway there.
After that great analysis, I think this is as good a time as any to wrap up for the week. Thanks everybody for coming today. Please read Everybody Poops by Kane Miller for next week. I think all our brains could use a break after this one.
Alright, see you next week.
See ya, guys.